Hello, and welcome to Product Management. The fifth week of this unit aims to introduce you to the development of new products and services. We will approach the new product, service development process, and reflect upon different approaches to manage the product lifecycle. Finally, you will receive guidance on how to prepare a summary of key learnings of the week, to post on your personal board. We hope you enjoy it, and we wish you a good learning experience. Nowadays, due to an increasing competition and need to differentiate products, developing new products and services has been extensively used by companies from different industries and by the service sector. The process of developing products and services may be developed with internal and external resources. The total cost of the organization to identify ideas, protecting them, and transforming them into product and services which may be marketed is called R&D investment or R&D expenditure. The amount of R&D expenditure should be reflected in the sales revenue of new products, services that were placed on the market. Basically, the new product's sales value should be higher than what was spent in R&D and marketing for those products, so the R&D could be successful and a product could be called innovative. The percentage of R&D expenditure compared to sales is a good indicator to compare companies. At a macro level, it's replaced by the percentage of R&D expenditure compared to the GDP, gross domestic products, allowing to compare different countries or industries. For instance, one of the industries with the highest R&D investment is the pharmaceutical industry. In the infographic here presented, brought to us by Statista, we can see that R&D investments are around 17% in R&D, compared to sales of prescription drugs, usually those that incorporate new active principles, where the highest R&D costs are. Thus, the development of new products seems to pay off. However, the effective investment in R&D in this industry has been increasing intensively in the last decade, which means that companies have to recover this amount from new drug sales, either by increasing their market share, or the prices of their drugs. New product development is one of the R&D, research and development, components. Research implies creating new knowledge which may end up being incorporated or not, in the company's products or services. New knowledge may be totally new to the world and patentable, or not. Usually, when research results are incorporable in new or improved products and services, research is called applied research. The capacity to answer to a market need, market-led approach, or to incorporate a newly created, original technology push approach, together with a business case regarding resource spending with the development and marketing activities versus estimated sales revenue from a new product, is usually at the ground of starting an effective development process. Market-led approaches combined with a competitive analysis of current and future products, with regulatory requirements and tendencies, tend to provide a better ground for innovation, as the external context is taken into account in the process of developing new products. Note that, new product development doesn't need to be expensive, incorporate new technology or new to the world. Sometimes, small improvements and different positioning may end up in higher levels of innovation and higher customer satisfaction. New product development doesn't need to be 100% based on internal resources. The open innovation paradigm introduced by Heinrich Speer in 2003, conceptualized the practices already used by pharmaceutical companies, to use external sourcing of people or technologies to speed up the development of new products. You may check this video if you want to know more about the concept. The phases for the development process of new products involve idea generation. Ideas are generated regarding the customer's needs or technology usage, making use of brainstorming techniques, for instance. Idea selection. Generated ideas are selected in accordance to their potential feasibility, costs, potential to protect. Concept development. A selected idea is further explored to identify the technology to be used, the needs it could satisfy, the value which may be created for a specific target segment. Business case development. A valid concept, with potential to become a product, is assessed in terms of costs and resources to be developed, versus the sales potential on the marketplace and other revenue or strategic potential. Product development. The actual development takes place. Market test. The product is tested with real customers, price and final packaging may be defined. Product launch. The product is presented to the desired customers' target and intensively communicated in distribution channels and in appropriate communication channels. Commercialization. The product is on the marketplace, produced at an industrial scale, and small adjustments may be made for packaging or price. In the last phase, the product lifecycle will influence the sales revenues. In the introduction phase, revenues are low and costs are high, yet with growth and maturity, the revenues should compensate the costs to date, both with the development of the product, and with its commercialization and, of course, production and distribution. When revenues reach the point in which they compensate for these accumulated costs, innovation takes place. Mind, however, that product life cycle strategies may have different curves and time frames, as we may have products marketed as stylish and fashionable, or products which turn out to be a fad. International product life cycle strategies, as discussed in another unit of this term, may allow reinventing the products in decline on a different, international market. New product development processes have an inherently high failure rate. There are different reasons for that, but even with a very good business case, the technological unknowns, the customer change of mind or new competing products may lead to situations in which finishing and marketing a product no longer worth in terms of expected return. Managing effectively the development of a new product may help reducing the failure rate, or the costs when those failures occur. The stage gate methodology, promoted by Robert Cooper in the last decades, allowed to structure the NPD process in phases, called stages, with regular evaluation moments, called gates, where decisions are taken according to the progress of projects as a yes, continue development, no stop development and cancel project, or freeze, stop development for a while. Design thinking is a different methodology, focused on the involvement of the customer in the development process, using mainly a behavior study of lead users, intensive usage or frequent customers, and then an agile process to develop a mock-up and prototypes to quickly identify the most promising product concept. This week, we suggest you 3 activities to help you consolidate learning. They are not compulsory nor graded. One activity is posting a summary of what you've learned this week into your individual board. The second activity is to participate in a discussion board. Read carefully the topic subject to discussion, post your contribution and answer to your colleagues' posts. The last activity is answering to the self-assessment quiz. After you answer it, you will see the correct answers. If you've prepared a unit learning plan in week 1, please have a look at what you have achieved and, if necessary, update the following dates to ensure you will be able to have a regular and effective learning process. If you did not prepare a plan and you want to do it now, please just go back to week 1, recover the template and do it now. Remember that distributing the effort along the unit is a proven way to have a successful learning process. We strongly advise you to do that. We wish you a good learning process in the unit of product management. Thank you for your attention and good study.